After pulling hundreds of diesel pre-chambers out of these cylinder heads over the last 20 years, we have developed some techniques to help eliminate damage to the threads and to your arm, elbow, and shoulder. Let me show you how this works. Before I show you how I remove these pre-chambers, I want to show you what they look like and explain why you might need to do this service. So here's your diesel pre-chamber. Notice there's a hole right there. That's where the glow plug goes through. It's very important you understand that, because you have to remove the glow plug before you pull this out of the head, or you're going to damage the pre-chamber. Now, the pre-chamber is an interference tight fit down into the cylinder head, and it's held in place by this nut here. It's called a collar nut. And this sealing ring is placed right here so that when you tighten this down, this will seal against the head. So here are the reasons why you may need to remove this. If you're troubleshooting your diesel and it's just not running right, you might want to pull these out and take a look at them, because they do wear out here. These holes start to enlarge. It'll change the spray pattern. And I'm seeing more and more of these pre-chambers get blown out the end. And then the engine will really run funny. And you'll be pulling your hair out trying to figure out what's wrong with it, as I showed you in the Digby series. I recommend, if you're having leaks around this area, you see fuel weeping out right in here, or you suspect problems with the ignition due to excessive fuel, and you've already checked your injector, you might want to remove the pre-chamber and inspect it. Of course, you can take the glow plug out, and if you put a little rod down through there and it just keeps going, then you know you have a problem. Then you know that the tip of the pre-chamber has blown out. And that's usually caused by a overfueling fuel injector. A fuel injector that's spraying and not misting, and it's just providing too much fuel, and this gets too hot from the excess fuel and burns off. That's why this might become an issue on your diesel. This is the slide hammer we prefer, and we custom make this tool right here. This is not available anywhere else. And we have the correct thread that will thread down into the pre-chamber like this. I want to point out something interesting. This is our newest revision. Our slide hammer over the last 15 years has gone through 2 or 3 evolutions. But this is the most recent one, because when I was hammering away, I got really tired of having this weight come down and hit this, and then slide up and hit it, and eventually your elbow and even your shoulder will start to hurt if you're really having to bang on these things to get them out. And some of these are really hard to get out. So we came up with this idea to install these springs. 2 things. One, when this comes back down, it bounces and reduces any shock. But also, when it comes back down, it doesn't drive the pre-chamber back into the head. Because if you're going clang, 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 every time you come down and bang, you're moving it back down. So that's the addition of the springs. This is new. In the fall of 2022, we now have stress release springs on our slide hammer. I can actually throw this up, and when I release it, it drops back down. I don't have to hang on to it. You know, usually you have to go bang and then hang on to it, and then you're up and down. So I can get a motion going here with these springs where I just fling it up like that, instead of going bang, oh, ow, oh, my shoulder. So watch as we hammer this out. Takes a little patience, because it will take some time. Now, as it starts to come out right there, see, I know that it's coming. Now, as you finish pulling it out, then you want to hang on to the slide hammer, because it can come flying out if you're not careful. So just a few more taps, and there it is. Look at that. Isn't that slick? Boy, I love those springs now, let me tell you.